So I figured I'd make a really quick video on removing the rear bumper off of the 280Z. I'm a little nostalgic actually because it's just so ridiculously big, it kind of cracks me up. But let's get this thing off. I'll show you guys the steps. Should be a piece of cake. The first step is to remove the actual bumper from these shocks that are holding it up. So if you take a look underneath, you can see the shocks hold up the bumper, and then there's also these little rubber accordion things. So let's take these out. And trust me, when you're going under here, wear these. There will be dust and dirt everywhere. So lucky for me, I have my gas tank removed. If you didn't see my last video where I show how I install a universal fuel tank, go check that out. But since I have that fuel tank removed, I can easily get to this passenger side strut, and you can clearly see it's held in right here by this guy. So there's 3 bolts right here, and then 3 that come in from the trunk area from above. I believe this rubber piece right here is for the OEM fuel tank to rest, but since I have a universal fuel tank that bolts right up in here, I don't need this anymore, so I'm gonna take mine out. And then on my driver's side, there's this little cover on mine at least. Looks like 3 of the bolts are already missing, so just gonna take out this last one and then we'll move up top. Again, last video, check it out. Looks ridiculous, but pays off. And also lucky for me, I have a lot of these pieces out that are over here. There's like a metal cover piece that goes over here, and there's also a fuel air separator that's like this little black canister. But the main goal is to get to these 3 bolts right here that are holding in that shock in the back. So depending on what's in your way, you may have to remove some things, but these are the 3 bolts. It's like 17. Kind of holding the strut up with my right hand while I undo this bolt, and it's pretty much ready to come loose. Solid 5 pounds at least. Then over here on the driver's side, we got 3 more. And I believe there's some metal covers and plastic over here as well that you might have to take off. So I turned this 180 degrees so this part's upside down. That should allow you to get it out. This is that metal cover that came with it. I guess you could take these off to give you a little more room, but I got mine out altogether. Now obviously this piece gives me like tons of downforce. I mean, she's basically track ready as is, but it does kind of look like a dumb skirt without the bumper on it, so I'm gonna try to take it off. So I think it's annoyingly attached with spot welds all the way down across the whole thing. And even on the back side, there's a beam in the way, so it's like welded into that beam somehow. I don't know how else to get this off. Saw one guy online, he just bent this and forced it up and down until it broke off. Change of plan, so I'm going to cut off these tabs, the big ones, and then the spot welds that are on the back side right here, hopefully I can break off by just flexing it back and forth. So with the light behind it, you can kind of see where it's spot welded at. So I'm going to try to use the Dremel actually to cut some of the easy to access ones and hopefully work from there. Just hope that you don't have this piece, because what a pain. And just so I don't snag on these or cut something, I'm going to grind these down a little bit. It looks worse from back here, but from this angle, it looks so much better. So that's it, not too bad. Getting my bumper off was pretty easy because I had a lot of stuff removed. This little spoiler thing was a little tricky and definitely leaves a lot of body work left to do. But make sure to follow the build for more projects like this to come. Thanks for watching. Bye y'all.